Welcome back to the AWS IoT Greenhouse here in the pop-up loft in New York City. I have with me Jinger from Dronesmith. Do you want to tell us a bit about what Dronesmith is and what you folks do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are a development platform that's built for drone applications, specifically for developers. We make hardware and software. And on the hardware side, we have basically a flight controller that's not only just a flight controller, but has a IoT chip with Intel Edison on there, so that you can wirelessly program the drone, as well as get real-time telemetry data and any payload data directly to the cloud.
And that's called Lucy, right?
Yep, it's called Lucy, and the reason why it's called Lucy is because Lucy is actually a name of the first human intelligence. So
oh, cool! So this is like the Lucy of drones?
Yeah,
Nice.
So we're all about enabling smart drones because we believe, adding a IoT capability to the drone, then it becomes part of a bigger system, and
Cool.
you can really, it's about actually enabling all the data and remote command and control of the drone that really makes a drone smart instead
Awesome.
of just a flying machine.
Are there any ones that you're particularly compatible with?
Yeah, so in the drone world, there's like the DJI drones, but a lot of them other professional drone and more hackable drones are called MapLink based drones, and so we're compatible with all the MapLink based drones.
Awesome. So you're doing the Techstars accelerator here in New York. How's that going?
It's going really well, and it's a lot of fun. So it's a Techstars program that's specifically focused on Internet of Things vertical. We have 10 companies. There's there's a company doing like electric vehicle charging,
Cool.
like 3D printing, like other kind of generalized IoT platform for industry applications, and it's backed by 5 corporates, which is GE, PwC, Verizon. Bosch and SAP.
Cool.
So all these big companies, they're looking at actually engaging startups into their IoT ecosystem, and we're one of them, the
Cool.
only one that's doing drones.
Nice. So how far are you in the program? How long's it been?
We're 2 months in. It's a 3-month program, and we have 1 month left. Our IoT day is on January 12th, and it's gonna be it's gonna be very exciting. Not only just gonna be there's like company pitches, but like the whole venture community in New York is gonna be invited, and there's gonna be like thought leadership panels in talking about IoT in the innovation space, but as well as how they call it transform industry 4.0.
So I'm sure 2 months can feel like forever if you're doing it every day. What do you feel like has changed since you started?
So definitely actually a lot of our new ideas came in after we started doing the program, because before we came into the program, we were very much hardware focused, but actually now what we realize is that this piece of software, that the API that we wrote for the hardware, is actually something more scalable and can really build a business on. So and also we just did a lot of exercise around because we're all about making drone development easier, and because we do full stack from hardware all the way to software, we're like, how can we actually make this more accessible for developers? And then we realize is that actually if we flip the process and do software first, and then that's actually it's actually a new way of doing drone development.
Cool.
So what we did is actually we virtualized hardware and put it in the cloud, so people can request a virtual drone without actually touching hardware. And then so they can actually develop their drone application using the virtual drone first, and then do all their sensor integration and everything without having to buy drone hardware.
You mentioned this one, like a hackathon or a hack day that you had with a virtual drone flying around collecting radiation data. And how did that go?
Yeah, it was actually at an AT&T hackathon event. It was really fun. We were able to integrate like Twilio. So basically the whole scenario is, let's say if an environmental agency wants to deploy a drone for environmental monitoring, right? Like how would they go about develop the application,
Cool.
and for somebody who's not drone expert, how do they actually command and control a drone?
Yeah.
So we basically used our API and created a prototype like within 24 hours, just by and the Twilio part was actually, like you can actually text the drone the address of where it goes to.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, so and then the drone will just fly will fly over there, and we also actually use these kits that they're using the growth kits to emulate sensor data. To emulate sensor data. So we used I think we used a sound sensor, but basically the idea is that we had like a heat map on the visualized map. So it overlays a map, overlays the sensor data on how intense, like the environment was. And then we did a real-time demo actually at that when we submitted our project. It was really fun.
Legit. So, do you have a relationship with the robot operating system? Do you use ROS, or I don't know? Are you like the ROS for drones or something?
Well, so we so ROS actually a lot of people have run ROS on Edison, and so it's something that's compatible. We don't work on it actually extremely like our core team doesn't work on it like that much, dedicate that much time to it. We do a little.
Oh, cool.
We do a little, and we also use this other framework called GoBot.
Oh, that's the Google.
Yeah. So using Go for the kind of that layer of command and control.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you consider yourselves open source?
We are.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And the Lucy, is that open source hardware?
Lucy right now is not not yet, but we are gonna launch a open source version of it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see like you keeping your open source spirit all through this accelerator. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could be here in January to see y'all. But yeah.
Come.
Well, you should stream it. We'll share this stream with you. Yeah.
We should.
Now you have
to. We should
to.
Twitch. Yeah, we should Twitch.
Totally.
But we have actually the radiation app code is on our GitHub.
Oh, cool.
And we're gonna start putting more of our own projects on Hackster.io. We have a community hub. Just started it last week, and I don't want to say grew up, but like we definitely benefited from like the open source community when we started the company, when before the company. So we're very developer centric.
That's awesome. Sweet. Well, thanks for taking a minute to chat.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to see more of Dronesmith all over Hackster. Yay! Thanks again.